Hey guys, latest news with crypto marine local and international. CEOs had said they'd speak out against Trump if stocks sank 20% after the latest meltdown. They're still silent, but may be ready to act. Corporate executives who gathered at last month's Yale CEO caucus were surveyed on when they should collectively voice their concerns about President Donald Trump, and most said it would take a 20% drop in the stock market. The Nasdaq and Russell 2000 have already entered bear market territory, while the S&P 500 is getting closer. The CEOs have largely avoided public criticisms of President Donald Trump as he rolled out his tariffs, but the recent stock market carnage may trigger a change. You see, those people, CEO, they don't have only millions, they have billions. They still live in rent free, they still eat, they still send their kids to school, so it doesn't affect them, personally like that. So why should they care? Why should they give a fuck? They don't. They still living their best life, CEOs have largely avoided public criticisms of President Donald Trump as he rolled out his tariffs, but the recent stock market carnage may trigger a change. Dozens of top corporate executives who gathered at last month's Yale CEO caucus were surveyed in an impromptu poll on when the stock market should cause them to collectively voice their concerns about Trump. According to the Wall Street Journal, 44% of CEOs said a 20% drop, to 22% said a 30% decline, 10% said a 50% crash, and 24% said it's not their role. It doesn't affect them, yeah. The question didn't specify the starting point for measuring the market loss. By some measures, stocks have crossed or are near the 20% threshold. The Nasdaq and Russell 2000 have tumbled more than 20% from their 52-week high, entering bear market territory. The S&P 500 is down 17%, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is off 15%. The losses are less steep. However, if you start from Trump's inauguration or when the poll was conducted in mid-March, still the two-day stock rout after Liberation Day wiped out $6 trillion in market cap and marked the worst meltdown since the early day of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. $6 trillion. If you don't have anything to say, how long are you going to wait to say something? $6 trillion is gone, y'all. To be sure, some executives have reportedly voiced concerns about tariffs behind closed doors in earlier meeting with the president and his staff, but in public they have remained reticent to avoid angering Trump. Yale School of Management professor Jeffrey Sonnenfeld, who organized the March Summit, told the Journal on Saturday that top CEOs have expressed frustration to him, but think trade groups should more forcefully oppose the tariffs or more collectively statements. Okay. $6 trillion gone here. But let me tell you guys something. I'm a strong believer that when the market is down is the best time to buy. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research, your own due diligence before you purchase any coin or any stock. I'm a crypto lover. I am going to take the opportunity. I'm going to take everything I've got and put it in there. And you know what? Just wait to become a millionaire. It's going to happen. The stock market, the crypto market can't be down forever. This is a moment. This is a time that I'm not scared. I'm not afraid. If I had cash at hand, unfortunately, I don't. Living paycheck to paycheck, you're barely making it. And I would go all the way in. I would put all I have because I know for sure this shit is going to come back stronger and better than ever. Not because of the president. This is how the market works, period. Subscribe. Thank you for watching.